everybody, this is a free flow video. Now, I don't normally do free flow videos like this, but I fancied doing some baking and I wondered if you'd like to join me. You can let me know how you think I am at being a cooking teacher. So let me share my screen and show you. This is the goal. This is my vision. I want to make a Victoria sponge. So I'm going to talk you through how to bake it and I'm going to show you the main steps. So let me stop sharing. Right. Okay. The first thing you're going to need to do, and you will need help from an adult, is to preheat your oven to 190 degrees. There we go. All right then, now the oven is warming up, it's time to collect our equipment. You will need, this is where I realise I've forgotten something. Ideally, you will have 2 cake tins. If you only have one, that's fine. You will just have to cook them separately. So I have two cake tins, so I will be cooking my cake layers at the same time. You will need a wooden spoon, a fork, a jug, a large bowl. I knew I would get something. And some weighing scales. Okay. Ingredients. You are going to need 200 grams of caster sugar, 200 grams of butter, 4 eggs, 200 grams of self-raising flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of milk. See, I knew I would forget something. I didn't tell you about the teaspoon or the tablespoon, so we need to add that to our equipment list. It's time to weigh out our ingredients. Now, I'm not going to weigh all of them in front of the camera because I have just spilt flour all over my laptop. So I'll do a few. So we need 200 grams of caster sugar. Make sure that the dial is at 0, which is what I almost just forgot. Right. This is where your mums and dads will probably need to help a little bit because it's very difficult for me to show you on the laptop. So I've weighed out my sugar. Now I need to weigh out my butter and my other ingredients. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I've just added a teaspoon of baking powder and the 2 tablespoons of milk into this jug. Now I'm going to crack 4 eggs. It's impossible for you to see what I'm doing. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you don't get any shell in your mixture. Right, and now this is where we're going to use our fork. I'm going to whisk all of this up. This might take a while. I've weighed out all of my ingredients and I've just popped the butter in the oven for a minute because it was really, really hard. So that's going to make it nice and soft so that I can mix it. Okay then, year 1. The first thing you need to do now then is to put all of the sugar and the butter into a bowl. And you need to mix it together. Now this can take quite some time. If you're very lucky to have a food mixer, your mummies and daddies might let you use that because it is a lot quicker. Right, I'm going to mix mine and then I will show you what it looks like when I am finished. Right, I've finished mixing the sugar and the butter together. And my next job is to take my flour and all of my wet ingredients, and I'm going to put a little bit of each in at a time. And instead of really stirring it, I'm going to fold it. Let me see if I can show you how to do that. So instead of stirring, I'm going to fold it in, okay? And that helps to trap lots of air into your cake mixture. So as you can see, I've already put some flour in. And I'm going to add a little bit of the the baking powder and the egg and milk. And I'm going to keep doing that until I've run out of flour and eggs. I'm going to keep folding them all in. So now I'm going to add a little bit more flour. I'm going to keep folding. Let me show you that again. Okay, right, I'm going to finish doing that. I'll be back in a second. Okay, once you've done that, your mixture will look very similar to this. And now the next task is to divide it equally between your two cake tins. Like I said earlier, if you've only got one cake tin, then just try and put half in there and cook it. And then you can put the other half in later and cook that. Right. Right then. Now that you've done that, it's time to put your cakes into the oven. Now the oven should be hot by now, and they're going to go in there for 20 minutes. I'm going to go off and wash my bowl and my spoon, and then I'll be back in a second to tell you how to make the filling. So pop your cakes in the oven. Hello, okay, right. For the buttercream filling, you are going to need 100 grams of butter, 140 grams of icing sugar, you'll need jam, and a drop of icing sugar. Now I'm going to put my butter in the oven again just to soften it, because, or not, I'll just have to wait for it to get soft because the oven's full. I've softened the butter, and now I'm going to mix it. I'm going to mix the butter all up until it's all soft. And then when it's like that, I'm going to add in a little bit of icing sugar at a time and keep mixing, okay? And that's going to make what we call buttercream. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, I don't know about you, but that was exhausting. Right, I've mixed in all of the icing sugar and my buttercream looks like this. And I also added a drop of vanilla extract. I'm going to leave that to sit at the side because I won't need it until my cake is ready and it's cooled down. When my cake comes out of the oven, I'm going to leave it to cool for quite a long time because I don't want to put the buttercream on too early and have all the butter melt everywhere. Once it's cooled down, on one layer, I'm going to spread my strawberry jam. And then on the other layer, I'm going to spread my buttercream. And then I'm going to put the layers together. Now, I might not be able to show you this because I've got to go and hear some of the Hopper children read now. So I will post a picture of my final Victoria sponge on Tapestry for you, okay? So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they turn out. Good luck, and when you see me on the 8th of March, let me know what you thought of my cooking channel. I think there's room for improvement.